That's why he lost his life, so you'll be out of the compensation. Because after all, it's all about the paper, so doctors may write document that the guy was drunk as hell. In that case, definitely the compensation is not provided. And the kids of that particular Russian soldier who lost their life in Ukraine will grow up in very terrible environment. And there is the great probability for them to become drug addicted or criminals. And Putin is worried about the Russian economy situation. He openly said that the forecasted inflation is much less compared to what they see. And remember that on 20th of December the last year, the central bank wanted to raise the key rate again from 21% to 23%. But it was decided to keep the key rate down to 21 because Putin intervened into this process. It was the time that Putin was hyping on his Oreshnik missile, so he didn't want to spoil his propaganda, showing that the Russian economy is as mighty as the Russian military. But the fact is the fact, the Russian economy goes down every day while Putin continues his useless war. And the Russian economy struggles, then the oil prices are roughly 70 bucks per barrel if we speak about long-term perspective. But as we know, a new White House administration is focused to pump more oil, to sell more oil, and they want to cause OPEC countries, including Saudi Arabia, to increase the oil production. We'll see how it goes in the coming months, but the plan for Donald Trump actually might work. So we expect that the oil prices will go down. It means that the Russian budget will not have enough funds to compensate the loans from the banks. Well, actually they don't have those funds even now, because they pay everything for military, and the military will not bring economy profit. Never ever it does. It just for the security. So then let's see how the Russian army advances, taking small villages or sometimes towns, leaving thousands of their soldiers unalived, leaving their scrap metal everywhere. It is not winning. It is called a slow, gradual destruction of the Russian economy. Well, you may say that Ukraine has the same issue, but Ukraine still has the support from the allies. And yes, Ukraine also has a debt, but Ukraine has the prospects for the integration into the European Union, for example, which will potentially open a new markets for Ukraine. Ukraine is not the isolated country, and Ukraine has lots of the natural resources. Yeah, Russia also has, but the markets for Russia in European Union in West are basically closed. And recently Ukraine cut the gas supplies from Russia to Europe. It was a very major step to hurt the Russian economy even more. Well, Russia may still sell their gas partially via the Balkan pipeline. However, that pipeline is not providing enough gas to compensate Russian Gazprom losses to pump that gas and to deliver to Europe. That's why the Russian Gazprom Corporation now is in a deep, big, huge crisis.